It's beginning to look a lot like Vlogmas. Everywhere you go. We don't have very much to say, but we'll say nothing every day. Morning. Hello everyone. Welcome to Not Quite Enough Vlogmas 2020. This time it's viral. Hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone's doing fine. We have a lovely sunny day here in Sussex. Not a cloud, I say not a cloud in the sky. There's just one wispy one over there just to be awkward. But it's the 1st of December. Happy birthday to my nephew Stuart. And yeah, welcome to Vlogmas. These will be probably put up in the morning UK time, depending on my work commitments. But just a little snippet of life every day. Now we all know that life every day this year is what it is. But I do have a couple of quick FOs to show you actually. This one, all the time I was making it, I called it the Monstrosity. But actually it's called the Evolution of Handspun because it's a shawl made with handspun that I've been working on for the last year. And I've pretty much used it all up actually. I've only got, where's it gone? I've only got a little bit left of everything before the spin before last. So I'm pretty pleased with that. The pattern, and I was showing this to some friends over the weekend, and one of my friends said, "It's a pattern?" Yes. It's the Jig Shawl by Stephen West. I'll talk about it for the month-end podcast. It's normally a triangular shawl. I didn't make the bits at the bottom, so mine's more of a kind of crescent shape. There we go. Because I knew I wouldn't have quite enough yarn to make the whole thing. Also, because it's such a large shawl, if it's triangular, it's too long for me, and I end up sitting on it and pulling it all over the place and stuff. So yes, I'll go into a lot of detail in the month-end podcast, but the evolution of handspun, there we go. so that's that. I also have Christmassy makes, which I finished off last night. I started these ages ago, and in fact you saw a prototype some time ago, because these are the Christmas stockings that I made on my whirly circular machine. I made this on the smaller of the two that I have, so these are 40 needle circles rather than the AliExpress, which is 46, so a little bit narrower. And a couple of months ago I'd started trying one and I put the heel in the wrong place, so it all looked really not good, but I think I've made a better job. So here's the first one. So it does look more like sock shape. And what I've done to decorate them, I've done some little petit pois initials for the people that they're being made for. At first I just had these two, because this one hadn't been born. And I said it looks like they're called right and left. But these are the initials of their names. A couple of little embellishments, and I will fill them up with goodies. So again, I'll talk about them in depth on the month-end podcast. But I'm pleased to have got these finished. For some reason one is a little longer than the others. Oh dear, I hope I don't get accused of favouritism. There we go. Just needed pulling out a bit more. Yeah, so I'm pleased these are done, because it meant I was free to start on the December craft along project. I did say that I would start mine a day early so that I could show you my progress each day. So I started it off yesterday and did the first inch. So this is the Free for All cowl that I'm doing by Jennifer Peck. And I have decided to use up some very old stash and some leftovers. So I've started off with this lovely variegated. This is some hip knit silk wool that I got a long time ago. I've got a couple of balls of Shillys Dare pure silk, and I've kind of been saving these for a special occasion. I'm sure a lot of us have those yarns that we think, oh, I'll save that for something really special, and you end up never using it. So this will hopefully be special because these are in it. And I think I will need a little more. So this is walk fingering, and it's a silk mix. I used this in the roulotte shawl that I made possibly 2 years ago now. Time flies when you're having fun. So I have done the first inch, and my plan is to do an inch every day and to finish it by Christmas Eve. But the idea of this craft along is not to finish a project necessarily unless you want to. The hope is just that we all have a few minutes every day. I think that took me about half an hour once I've done the provisional cast on, because that's a slow process, I find. Yeah, so we just have a few minutes every day to sit and craft if you want to. No obligations on this. I've opened up the Ravelry thread, but absolutely no obligations. That's all about all the Christmas prep I've done thus far. We have 2 items in our sitting room. We have the Advent calendar, which is a reusable one. The little treats go in the small drawers. And I'm actually getting involved in that this year. Previous years, I've always filled it up with goodies for himself and haven't had anything myself from it. It's not that I haven't had chocolate from elsewhere, but I just thought, why not? So there's a treat for each of us in each drawer this year. And also have my Advent candle, because I do like an Advent candle. The whole thing is a bit ridiculous because I'm not remotely religious, but I think it's about the cultural traditions and the things that we grew up with. So that's those are the sum total of the Christmas preparations I've done so far, apart from finishing these stockings, which will be used for gifts. Not very tidy gifts, but they'll be used for gifts. So today I am at home all day. I have a lot of work to do, a lot of writing to do. I have a phone call later with a family because of course we can't visit anyone at the moment because of the COVID restrictions. So I'm finding out information by Zoom, WhatsApp, phone. It's not quite the same. We're doing the best we can, but it's not quite the same. And yes, it's writing up all day today. So not terribly exciting, nowhere to take you with me, but some days are like this. Okay, so normally I don't video other people's gardens and properties because it's a bit intrusive. But I would just like to point out, this is the view from our bedroom window, and look how much beautiful colour our neighbour still has for the 1st of December. Just gorgeous. And I think that's pretty much it. So yes, I will post this up today and see you tomorrow. Thanks so much everyone. Cheers.